Inside the Den, proudly brought to you by Walsh & Whitelock, leading inner-city real estate agents since 1889. Give them a call on 9384 1400. Hello and welcome to another episode of Inside the Den, proudly sponsored by Walsh & Whitelock. My name is Josh Woodall, your host as always, and we're looking forward to getting stuck into another cracking show here at Zerby's Reserve after a fantastic win. Not just one win though, two wins. First time this year, both sides getting a win, and fantastic stuff. We're going to get straight into reviewing it as well, and lots to get through. So without further ado, we'll get stuck straight into the Lowther Builders scorecard for round 4 against Mulgrave, starting with the seniors who had a fantastic win to the tune of 23 points. Final score 12-15-87 to 9-10-64. Dean Limback with 5 goals and Jake Whitling and James Locke booting 2 of their own. Michael Stephen, the best on ground in his first game back after injury, played a fantastic last quarter, really get the boys over the line. And it was that last quarter that really helped secure the win. A very tight affair through 3 quarters. In fact, Mulgrave held a slight lead at half-time, and it was a low-scoring third quarter, but 6 goals to 2 in the final term secured that victory. Jason Tendler as well. Really strong player, so a great win there against Mulgrave, bouncing back after last week's loss, moving to 2-2, really important stuff early days to bank the points against teams in the lower part of the ladder. Moves us up a few spots as well, with other results floating around, which was good to see. The reserves as well had their first win of the year, and wow, what a victory it was. Final score 17-11-113 to Mulgrave 4-5-29. This certainly wasn't going to be an easy contest coming into the game. Mulgrave reserves sitting at 2-1, our reserves obviously without a win, but a big first half, 9 goals to 2, really set up the contest. And it was all led off the back of one man, Cole Latu Green, who slotted 8 majors, including about 4 in a really big second term. Was absolutely instrumental. Was well supported as well by James Cooney, JD Henshaw and Nathan Mill with 2 goals apiece. And the big boys in the ruck, Michael Lane and Tim Robinson, really outstanding. And the big timber really put a big presence on Mulgrave. They couldn't deal with the size floating around the ground. And just a really fantastic effort, some amazing pieces of play, linking up through the midfield, and of course having the big Cole Latu Green snaring a few marks and having his kicking boots on for the day. A great forward quarter effort against a good side, and reserves coach Erwin Anadoli snared his first win for season 2016 and was very happy, of course. So 2 from 2, what a day it was, and fantastic to see 2 scores, and mainly for the reserves to get their first win of the year. Thanks to Lowther Builders for the scorecard. They're the best in the business when it comes to residential and commercially architecturally designed projects. Their number 8833 0300. Well, the all-important teams for round 5 have dropped, and of course the boys heading out to Eastfield Reserve to take on the Rams, and 2 big changes to the senior side, 2 really important backmen heading out of the senior side. Out comes Luke McLeod with a knee injury, thankfully not as bad as we first thought, with early calls possibly saying ACL, but just a few small tears, and will miss only 5 or 6 weeks. So unfortunate for Lukey, who've been playing well early days, but he will miss a few weeks of football. The other change is the skipper Shane Tennant out of the side with a broken finger. Amazingly broke the finger in round 2 against Bayswater, but played on a few more games since then. So full testament to the man and his courage, but with a few pins in it will make it quite tricky. Coming into the side is Jaden Phillips. He had a fantastic start in the reserves this year, killing the midfield, so recognition for that. And Nathan Mill as well, coming into the side, a big body to fill a void down back. So a few different changes down back, and a few names that are just switched around the ground to fill the void left by Tennant and McLeod. But nonetheless, a very strong side. And heading on over to the reserves, well, look, coming off the back of a fantastic win. A few boys with a few niggle concerns, injury-wise, will miss, but that is still a super strong side. Really looking strong in that forward line where Cole Latu Green dominated. Unfortunately, Jason Young's picked up an injury to his hand. He'll miss as well as a few other names. So a bit of losses there, but some good personnel going up to the seniors, being rewarded with good effort, and that's what it's all about, reserves football, really putting in the performances to crack into the senior team. So look, not a bad team at all taking on Eastfield. Still be looking for back-to-back wins. Thanks to Porter Davis Homes for the team reveal. Experience new heights in design. Contact them on 1800 Porter. Some big news coming out of the EFL this week with the announcement of an initial squad for the under-19 representative team, and two of Doncaster East's own future stars in Aaron Ceravolo and James Locke were announced in that squad of 41. Congratulations to both those boys. Great recognition for their start to season 2016. On the social front, our DEFC R&B night last Saturday, well, that was a great success. Thanks to all that came down. It was fantastic to have so many good numbers. If you missed out, don't fear, because there will be some more player-run social events during the year. In fact, we're planning our next one just 4 weeks away. So make sure you keep an eye on social media for information when that comes to hand. Of course, our dinner dance is tomorrow night at the Shopping Town Hotel, one of our great sponsors, the Shopping Town Hotel. So great to have them on board for what is set to be a fantastic night as always. Make sure you check out our website to get in contact with Michael Gordon if you were still after tickets, and getting quick, of course. Our ladies' lunch as well next week at our home game against Mitcham, and wine, food, makeup artists. It's going to be the lot there. It's always a fantastically well-run event for our ladies to get involved, all mums, women and partners, of course, to enjoy a good day at the footy. Of course, at East Burwood this weekend, taking on the Rams, and their senior side yet to have a win. So a perfect opportunity for us to hopefully knock up our first ever consecutive wins for the year. Both teams, of course, looking for that off the back of a great game against Mulgrave. Round 5 at East Burwood. It's going to be a cracker. Thanks for joining us inside the den. Until next week, get right behind the pride of the East, and I'll see you at the footy.